My name is Madison Lee, and I'm a 10th grader, and I attend CSP.
My name is Chloe Lee. I'm a sophomore at CSP.
My name is Alessandra Ortiz, and I'm a 10th grader at CSP.
And my name is Maya Holloman, and I'm a 10th grader at CSP.
Hermetria Holloman, and I'm Maya Holloman's mother.
It's really awesome to hear, especially, now that we have young people that are involved in climate change and a lot of politics, that you guys are doing something to help other students and help the world at large. I mean, I think that whether you know it or not, you're setting an example for your peers, for other students younger than you, and it really helps people to understand that we are actually in this pandemic together, and we are actually going through school and life together. So it really helps to create a bond, which I think is really spectacular. How can other Tigers get involved with balance boxes? So as you know, we have you have your sister schools in Prince George's County. If they wanted to donate, how would they do this?
So all of us went through a interview system where we would interview the head chapter of each state, and if you passed the interview, you would get the option to either be a coordinator or an ambassador, and we all chose our roles, and that's how we got into our head chapters category. But to donate, I'm pretty sure you can DM one of the coordinators or the ambassadors or even the head chapter anything with food items or money, and it all goes to our main fund and our main Cash App.
This is a question for all of you as well, and you can take turns to answer this question. Have you received any feedback from being a part of Balance Boxes? Has anyone reached out to you and said, this has changed my life, feeling that this is a really wonderful thing in their life?
Personally, I have not, because I just recently joined the club, this organization, but they do post about it. They post pictures of kids with their boxes, and they say how they're so happy about it and how they really enjoyed all the items that came with it.
Are you finding these pictures through social media, or is it Facebook, websites?
It is actually social media from, I think, Instagram. They do have their social media pages, but I only follow the Instagram.
Okay.
So you can find a lot of them on our Instagram, but also we receive some personally. So if you need, we could send you some of those as well.
That would be really great. We would definitely, of course, protect the identity of anyone that's sharing this information with you. But it would be really nice to see the impact. Sometimes it's hard to understand how much helping other people really, what is that actually? But when you see someone actually have a response to it, it really puts things in perspective. And I think that would be really wonderful to have to add to your piece and everything that Ms. Polk is editing for you, to show that there is an impact in the community. It's not just people collecting things and they just disappear. That's really great.
Also, I wanted to add, sorry.
Sure. No, please.
There is a website that we have, and all of the different pictures and the things that the Balance Box does, they keep you updated on the website, so you could look at that as well.
All right, so we have a parent with us as well. So this is a parent question. Do you feel that the students being a part of Balance Boxes has changed their life or yours?
Absolutely. So for one, I was very, very proud of the girls for finding this organization on their own. We were looking at things that they could do during the pandemic in order to be more proactive and benefit the community. So, and they actually, this is not the only thing that they do. Maddie, Madeline, Chloe, and then recently Maya joined another group that they're a part of. What is it called? Good Samaritans?
Yeah, it's called Good Samaritans.
Okay, they go out to inner city Baltimore and give out food items on a corner once a month. So the things that they're doing, I heard you say earlier that they're setting an example for their peers and also younger children, but also for the adults, I would say, because I'm very much inspired by the things that they're doing. So now I'm trying to find ways of like bringing my other children in and getting them more involved, more community outreach type things.
Hmm. I love the fact that that is actually making an impact for you, and I'm happy to hear that this isn't just balance boxes; it's also Good Samaritans. If you want to talk a little bit about that, you're free to talk about that as well, and like how you were involved in Good Samaritans.
I can definitely talk about Good Samaritans. So, one of our church friends' father actually has been doing this thing where he goes to Baltimore City every once a month and provides food and a little pamphlet for anybody who gets in line. And he's been doing this for the past 35 years. And each month he gives like cereal, bread, milk, anything that they might need. Sometimes in the wintertime, he gets donations for gloves and hats. And he'll be giving this out just for free, just because he wants to. And most times it's just him. But recently, we've been able to help him out and volunteer in passing out the food. And it's been really nice to see all the lovely people come up to us and be thankful and be able to get some like relief food. And I know, especially in the wintertime, it's tough. So I'm glad that we're able to help out in any way we can.
And they do some community beautification while they're there. I've seen they out picking up the trash in the area, and the people are extremely, extremely grateful. I stood out there with them last month, and I saw person after person come back and just say, thank you so much. The people who were in need, in line for stuff, and then other people in the community just coming by and saying, thank you for coming to our community and doing these things. So that was very heartwarming to see.
Mhm.
And I like to see all those people because it's a very humbling experience. And knowing that this person has come out using their own money and buying all these foods for just the people and being so dedicated for like 35 years, it's just really, really humbling and really great. And I'm kind of in awe that he's been able to keep this up for so long, and he's done it on his own for most of the time. He's usually by himself or with like a couple of people. So if more people came, I think that would be really great and encouraging for him.
Is there a website or anything for Good Samaritans, or is there like
No, there's nothing for the website because it's more of like he just did it with our church and he heard it, and usually if you want to get into it, it's by word of mouth. So there's nothing that publicizes what he does, but
I
we
have,
should probably do that.
I have pictures of the girls out there, and they have a mural on the wall that has the Good Samaritan sign. And then so I took pictures of them all out in front while they were doing the community service.
That's great. If you would like to share that with us, we could definitely also post that on social media to show that there's, you know, a huge philanthropic, presence. That's the type of stuff that CLFBR likes to see. I mean, not only just for us, but as humans. Like, I'm smiling because it just makes me feel like, wow, I come across a lot of students and parents, and right now it's definitely a rough time. Everyone's having a hard time dealing with the pandemic, and even beyond then, your life still goes on. And I think that a lot of us forget or begin to forget that other people care about us.
Mhm.
And when someone just comes by and says, hey, I really care, you'd be surprised at the reaction you get. Suddenly you shake them out of this mold of, no one cares. No one wants to know about me or cares about my life. And then it really can make someone's day. So it just really makes me feel good that all of you are doing this in the community. It's amazing.
Also, if you wanted to know, every last Saturday of the month is the day that he chooses to go out and for the Good Samaritan works. And he chooses to go out during any type of weather. So if you wanted to go or if you wanted to see, then that'd probably be the best time.
Is there a specific place that you guys meet, or?
There is a corner that we meet on. I don't know the address specifically right now, but
Okay.
I could send it in an email if you'd like.
That'd be great.
Yeah, feel free to share any of that information, even if I know that uh, he's probably thinking like this is just word of mouth. It's just like a quiet thing we do. But I know that sometimes like great deeds go unknown, and you might be able to help him by writing a piece about what he's doing and about what Good Samaritans is doing. And you might get more people involved just because, you know, maybe they just don't know yet, or they're trying to figure out how they can do, you know. Um, I mean, during this time, I've seen lots of people give in so many different ways. Like at one point, I think there was even a person that was setting out masks in our neighborhood and just was like, if you don't have a mask, take a mask. You know, if you don't have one, there's no excuse. They're all here, you know. So everybody's trying to find a way to help, but if they learn about it, they might be prompted to do something about it. Were there any things that you guys wanted to add about the balance boxes and the process, or any lesser known facts about it that you might want the community to know about?
I know that you were asking earlier what can the CLF community do to help, and
Mhm.
we are having a gala March 20th. Where it's going to be a virtual gala. Tickets are $5 for students, $10 for teachers.
And are the tickets like to raise money for?
Yes, all of the proceeds go towards making the boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, they have like awesome raffle prizes.
Yeah,
I
there are buys.
texted Aya, and that might be why we lost her.
Okay, yeah, I see that she's saying there would be a raffle. Okay.
There's also going to be a few speakers that are going to come and talk to the people that attend the gala, so that'll be interesting.
Okay.
And I don't know if anyone mentioned before I got on that so these ladies, they're on the Maryland chapter of Balance Boxes, but it's actually a global organization. They're in many different countries. They have partners in Turkey. Maddie and Chloe, if y'all could mention some of the places that you all
I know there's a
are.
chapter in India and Taiwan, I think. And then there's definitely ones in like the West States and the East States, and I'm pretty sure there's some in Europe.
Right.
Okay.
And they have some of the positions. I can't remember. Maya was selected to be. Do either of you know what that position is on the global level? I think it's the outreach coordinator for the entire organization outside of the Maryland chapter.
Whoa.
That's a
So
big
okay, I saw that it was, I think, media and communications chair. So that's a global chair. Wow.
Right, right.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm just gonna copy and paste that.
Yeah, please, thank you. That's really impressive. I thought it was just for a local. I mean, regardless, that's pretty impressive.
Right.
But globally, wow, that's incredible.
Right.
Like a lot of this stuff, if you could, what would really, really help us is just sending some of these dates and some of the things you guys are looking forward to with the Balance Boxes organization, as well as Good Samaritans, so that we can kind of keep an eye on it. We might even be able to help bolster your efforts. There's ways we can keep connecting, but one thing we really try to push for everybody that we're talking to is just keeping that open line of communication. Like my inbox is never closed to anybody. Ms. Pulks is never closed to anyone. So if you're like, hey, I don't know if this is important or not, but I want to tell you about it, like feel free. We might say, okay, we could do a little story, or we have to get Channel 9 to talk about this, or we can figure out a way to, you know, disseminate the information and make sure that we get it in front of the right eyes, and hopefully it'll help your cause, but hopefully it'll also, you know, help people to, like I said, understand that there are folks out there that are doing some good in the world, and it's not all bad, you know. I think that really makes the change in a lot of hearts. All right, I
And I
just
play
want
for
everybody.
the rest of them also.
yeah, it seems to be that once the students are really interesting. I don't have any children myself, so it's kind of odd being at CLF. At our level, you know, we're so removed from the schools in the sense that we're not in the building with you, we're not at a club with you all the time. And we're kind of talking in the background about the schools. But I'm really proud of every one of you, and I've seen a lot of your names before, winning CLF awards or doing really great things for competitions. And I'm probably one of those people in like the third row at graduation screaming, and you're like, who is that guy and why is he screaming? It's because, at CLF, we're constantly looking at what you guys are doing, and we're really proud of everything you're doing, even if we may not cover all of it. We're definitely, we have our eye on it. Yeah, I just want to make sure you guys all know that we are proud, and that, if you think there's more we should be proud of, to talk to us and tell us about it. And we can always try to figure out ways to help other people to be proud of it. I wanted to make sure we got this, recorded, because, as I said in the beginning, I think that now seeing the faces of our students is really what's keeping us going. It's really tough to not be at CLF, and not see students. I might not be in the school, but I was used to at least coming to the school and seeing you sometimes. And now I haven't seen you in forever, and I'm really missing it. But I think that that's what keeps a lot of us going, that are really pushing in education, is like the students. Teachers are definitely pushing you guys, but they're really pushing hard because of you guys, because of what you're doing in the community, all the homework you're doing, all the distance learning, trying to navigate that. Like, we're all here because you're here. You make the difference. But if there's anything else you guys want to share, you're more than welcome to share it. I don't want to take all your time, as I said. But yeah, if you want to tell us anything about social media, or where we can find you, or any of that type of information, or you can email it to us, and we'll, work on the information from there.
I would say CSP is doing a great job setting an example. Throughout the pandemic, the staff, I received like multiple emails, usually from Mr. Vidalia, where they're like leading charges with getting things out to the just within the CSP home. You have families who are struggling more than others, and we've done food drives, grocery drives, and gift card donations. And it, for those who need it, like, I'm sure it's amazing for them, but then also for those who may not need it, aren't in a position to give and to do, it's, that's heartwarming. So just, I would give a shout out to the CSP staff and administrators, because I think they're doing a great job.
Thank you for that. I will say that being on the CLF, being a part of the weird CLF distance, has definitely given me a perspective of each school, which I think that is one thing that kind of is missing from a lot of our schools. Like, they're like, what are the kids at South like? What are the kids at North like? And then we only see each other, on certain events. But I will definitely say that CSP has a very unique culture. A lot of the grads from CSP have come back to help CSP. Some of the CSP alumni are actually teachers that teach at CSP, which is pretty crazy. And every time I see the students, it's like they're always trying to tackle something bigger than themselves. And that's definitely something that's really special about CSP. And I can't say that was in every school or a school I ever attended. But you guys have something special. I know you're the smaller of all the schools, and I hear that a lot. We're the smallest, it's not fair. But we are working hard to change that. We really do want CSP to expand. And there's been a lot of talks over the years of having that expansion. So just in case you're wondering, like, this guy's talking us up and he's never talking about us getting bigger. But we really do want that. We want the CSP culture to spread throughout Anne Arundel County and beyond. It's already spread to PG County, but it's not quite the same. CSP is still this really special, I guess, like microcosm of stuff. I can't really put my finger on it, but everyone that comes out of CSP really cares about CSP. They care about each other. The teachers care about the students. It's just this perfect little whirlwind.